Hello, everybody, and welcome to Process Mapping. My name is Jürgen Moors, and we have reached a point where we can talk about tools. You've got your team, you know how a process map is being done, you know what process you want to map. Now, the question is, are there any tools that I can use? Well, there are, of course. And in this high-tech world that we're living in these days, everybody tends to always look at software applications. But if you look at both categories, we still also have the hardware or the old-fashioned way of doing a process map, meaning pen, paper, whiteboard, or a large stretch of paper, and post-its. In this case, people just put down and contribute on the post-its. You bring it all together in the end, and there it is, your process map. In the software, there you're going to actually use different software programs or software packages that are there. They can be part of a larger package, like for instance Microsoft Visio, that's part of the Microsoft package, or you can use very dedicated software for making process maps, or there are certain software that you can see also behind me. There are 7 in random order that are used very often. They have a typically, they come from a typical aspect. Sometimes they come from procurement, sometimes they come from a logistical point of view, but there are also that are coming from a value-based point of view, where you look at a value process map. That's where they started from, and then added the other stuff. So there is no right or wrong what in the end you want to use. But let me tell you what I use. I try to combine both. The actual process and the actual process mapping time and sessions, I actually do the old-fashioned way. We use post-its. We do it on a whiteboard. Why do I do that? 3 major reasons basically for that. One is people are actively busy in writing. People are busy doing stuff with it, and you can see that from each other. When everybody is behind his computer writing on a virtual post-it, then emails might pop in. You might be distracted in certain ways. When you're doing the hardware or the old-fashioned way, chances are a lot smaller about that, so you can actually be in the process mapping session. Second reason is you're actually contributing. When you, as a person, or especially with people from the workers from the lines, from the production lines, for instance, when they write on their post-its, when they put the post-its on, they also get this feeling of, oh, I contributed to this. And if later on this is used to, let's say, do some optimization programs, well, they know I've been part of that, I contributed to that. The third reason to do it that way is that when you are writing and when you're putting them on the board, you have to get up from your chair, you have to do this. That brings your blood flow a little bit pumping, and that way you make sure that everybody stays awake. Because when you are just behind your laptop and it's warm in the room, maybe you are dozing off. Well, in this case, you keep everybody a little bit active, you keep a little bit more flow, their action stays in the room. To protocol or to document most of the things, that's where I move to the software aspect of it, where I bring it into a certain software. Why? Because it allows me to more easily write down a report, to more easily send out certain documents. But also when you take a step from where we are right now with a process map and you want to do some process modeling, what could it be what could it be looking like in the future, there you can play around, and the software makes it a lot more easier than always having to draw it in a manual way. So this is a little bit about the tools that are there and the tools that I use, for instance. But like I said, experiment a little bit what is best for you. And you can also see that sometimes, depending on the type of process map that you're looking for, you could use different types of software, different types of working. So this can vary dependent on your goal that you're after. But enjoy process mapping, and I see you next time in some episodes about process mapping. See you then. Bye-bye.